draw a stack of pumpkins.
Yeah, when it's folded up, it's going to look like one pumpkin, but then when you open it, it'll be a whole stack of pumpkins. We hope you're going to follow along with us. You need your drawing supplies. We're going to use a pencil and a marker. You also need some
paper and something to color with.
Yeah, you ready to start?
Yes.
Let's start by folding our paper. We'll take the top edge and we'll fold it or line it up with the bottom edge. And then once you get it lined up, we're going to crease it down the middle and out to the corners. Yes. There you go. And up. Nice. Then we're going to take this top flap, line it up with the top edge, and crease it down the middle also. And if you've already done one of these folding surprises, you can just skip to where we start drawing, and you can do these steps faster. All right, let's flip over our paper, and we're going to repeat that same step. Take the top edge or the top flap, line it up with the top edge, crease it down. There you go. This is just a guide fold, so let's unfold it, flatten it out, and then flip it over, and your paper, when it's all done, should open like this. Then we have red scratch paper we're going to put underneath our drawing paper just to protect our table. Because we're drawing with markers, sometimes it goes through or we go off the paper. Now we're ready to draw, and we're going to use our pencil first to draw the general shapes of our pumpkins. Let's start by drawing a shape, and this could be any shape you want. Well, a pumpkin shape, right? But it could be tall and skinny. It could be a circle. I'm kind of drawing mine like a circle shape. And you can press lightly so that it's easier to erase at the end. You can also go back over it, or the nice thing about a pencil is you could completely erase it and change it if you want. That's awesome. Now see how your pumpkin comes down almost off the page? We could change that just a little bit and come up higher. There you go. And then you can erase the old line or the first line. Now let's open up our folding surprise, or our paper, and we'll flatten it out so that it's easier to draw on. And we're going to start down here, and let's extend or redraw the top of this pumpkin down at the bottom. And I'm going to come all the way over to the other side and connect. Nice. Now let's draw another oval right here, and we can change this one. It could be small, it could be tall, it could be really wide. I think I'm going to try to make mine really wide. So I'm going to come out like this. I'm going to go over the pumpkin that we drew down at the bottom so that it overlaps and then connect back at the top. I'm going to go back over it so it's a little bit darker so our art friends can see, but you guys can press lighter so that it's easier to erase. Actually, I want to change my center pumpkin and make it different. I'm going to draw it so that it looks like it's tipped. That way I can draw the stem off to the side and have more room for the face. So I'm going to redraw over this one. Let's see, we'll start here. I'm going to draw it coming like this, around. Oh, it's going to be a funny shape. There we go. I might even redraw that again. I erased the whole thing and redrew it just all over again. And I love how you drew yours tipped also. Now let's draw the top pumpkin, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna draw all the way through and connect to the other side so that all of the pumpkins overlap each other. That way they're gonna look like they're really stacked on top.
Yeah.
Now that we got the main shapes of our pumpkins all drawn out with our pencil, let's fold our paper back up so that it looks like one pumpkin. We're going to switch from our pencil over to our marker, and now we can start adding the details to our first pumpkin. Let's start by drawing the outline or the outside of our pumpkin. We're going to add extra details or bumps to the pumpkin. Let's start here. We're going to draw a line that comes up, curves around, and then we're going to curve back down. And we don't want to come too far because we're going to draw the eyes right here. So this is just that little texture. You know how pumpkins, they kind of have these bumps that go all the way around the shape. It's not just a perfect circle or sphere like a basketball. We're going to draw another bump on this side. We're going to come up and come down. And we're using the pencil lines just as guidelines right now. We're not tracing over it exactly at this part. Let's add the little bumps down here too. So we're going to draw another shape that kind of comes down like this and back up, or curve. And then let's draw the same little bump, but over here on the other side, coming up to the left. Now we're ready to draw the outside of the pumpkin. We'll start here. Let's add another bump, but then we'll trace over the pencil line, and then we'll go over the fold, and then we'll come down and connect at the bottom. Now it's starting to look like a pumpkin. There you go. And connect. Then let's draw that same curve on the other side. We'll start down here, we'll draw a little bump that comes out, and then we'll trace over the pencil line, over the fold, and then create another little bump down here. Now we're ready to add the stem up here at the top. Let's draw a curve coming up to the right. Then let's draw a smaller curve coming up that matches. And we can connect those two curves together. What's our pumpkin missing?
A funny face.
Yeah. You can make any funny face you want to your pumpkin. So you can change your funny face. You can make it just like your face if you want. Yeah. I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to draw the eyes above the fold and the mouth below the fold. So let's start by drawing a circle for one eye. I'm going to draw it over here. And then I'm going to draw another circle over here for the other eye. Then let's draw a smaller circle in the top left of each eye. And I'm going to color in the big circle, but leave that little circle white. And then I'm going to also draw another circle around this one to draw the white part of the eye. And I'm going to draw it over here on this side too. That kind of makes the eyes look like they're going cross-eyed.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that this line doesn't go over your fold. So you want to keep it above the fold. There you go. Then I'm going to draw the mouth. Let's make a really funny mouth. I'm going to draw two lines like this. And then I'm going to connect the top down to the bottom. And the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to add teeth right here. Are you going to change your mouth?
Yep.
Good. I like it. I'm going to draw teeth on the bottom too. Now our friends can pause the video and take extra time to draw their face. They can even add extra details. Maybe they draw spiders or drawing fall leaves falling from the sky. I'm going to color in the mouth. My pumpkin looks a little worried. I like the mustache. And is that a tongue?
Yeah.
Do you want to color in the inside of your mouth?
Yeah.
Now we're ready to open up our paper again, and let's flatten it out one more time. And we're ready to draw the inside of our folding surprise. Let's start by drawing the bottom pumpkin. So I'm going to start here on the left. We're going to trace over right here, and then I'm going to draw a little curve that comes down. We're going to create those same bumps that were up here, but we might change them a little bit too. And then let's draw another curve that comes up and then back down. And then let's draw another bump that comes up and down. And then we're going to draw the right side. We'll draw another bump and then trace over the pencil and connect over here. Next, let's switch to our pencil, well, actually the eraser, and we're going to erase the pencil line that goes through the bottom pumpkin. Let's also erase the pencil down here at the very bottom of our pumpkin, the guidelines that you can still see, and also on top of this pumpkin. There we go. We also have this little sweeper to get all of the shavings, the eraser shavings, off of our paper. Now that our eyes are up here, we're missing eyes down here at the bottom. I'm going to draw the eyes like this. I'm going to change the eyes so that they look like upside down U shapes. Oh, I'm going to make them a little thicker and curve around. Now they kind of look like macaroni noodles. I'm going to color in those shapes too. I like your eyes. They look like he's super happy and his eyes are closed.
Yeah.
Almost like he's singing. I'm going to add 2 little lines right here too. All right, now we're ready to add the stem. This time I'm going to draw the stem really small, but I'm going to draw it coming out to the left side. And the reason why I'm drawing it small is so that we have room for the face up here. We did it! We finished our first pumpkin. Now let's draw the second one that's stacked on top of this one. We're going to draw those little bumps up at the top. I'm going to draw one that comes up and down, but I'm not going to draw them very big or tall, since this shape is a lot different. There we go. And I'm going to draw it coming out to the left and coming down. Oh, I can even add another one on this side and really change it. Okay, now let's draw the very outside. I'm going to come up a little and then trace over the pencil and then connect to this pumpkin down here. We're not going to draw through since it's behind this one to make it look like it's overlapping. Then we're going to draw the right side, trace over the pencil line and into the pumpkin. Now let's switch back to our eraser and we're going to erase the guidelines on top of this pumpkin and the pencil that goes through the pumpkin for this top one. Then we can switch back to our marker and let's trace over the pencil line for the last pumpkin up at the top. And we'll do the same thing on the right side. Let's also add the stem. I'm going to draw it coming up like this. We'll draw 2 curves and then connect them at the top. This next part we're going to fast forward because we're going to draw another funny face on the center pumpkin. You guys at home can pause the video and take time to draw your own funny face. You can change it any way you want. We finished our center pumpkin and I love that face the most, especially those eyes. He kind of looks a little worried. Yeah. And I love the mouth. Now we're ready to draw the last part of our top pumpkin, which is the mouth. And we want to make sure that we draw it below this top fold. That way when we fold it up, it's hidden. So just like on yours, you're drawing it right below the fold. So that's awesome. You also want to make sure if you draw it open though, you want to draw below that part. All right, you ready to fast forward again?
Yeah.
Awesome, we did it. We finished all of our funny faces, except we still need to do one more thing.
Color it.
Yeah, this part we'll fast forward one more time, but you can pause the video to match our same coloring at the very end. You ready to fast forward?
Yeah.
Oh, and before we color, let's use our eraser and erase any more of the pencil lines that you can still see.
You did a great job in your drawing.
Thanks, Austin, and I love your coloring too.
Thank you.
It looks so cool, all colored in and folded up. But let's show our friends the inside. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy Halloween! I love the bats that you added to the inside. I also added leaves, and our friends can add whatever they want to the inside. You just want to make sure that you draw it below the top fold and above the bottom fold. That way when it's folded up, it's hidden.
Yeah.
We also used our markers to color with, but you could use whatever you have at home. You could use colored pencils or even crayons. And if you have the same Bianyo marker set, the orange that we used for the top and the bottom one, oh, you also used it for the center one, was Y505. And you want to make sure that you use the same color for the top and the bottom so that when it's folded up, it doesn't have 2 different colors. But I changed the color for the center one. I used Y314, and I also used Y416 to add shading. But you can leave that off to keep the lesson a little easier.
We hope you had a lot of fun drawing a stack of pumpkins.
Yeah, we do. And we hope you take extra time to color and add more things to the inside of your drawing. And we'll see you later, art friends. Goodbye.
Goodbye.